How's it going, everyone? My name's Paul. Welcome to the channel. Today I'm going to just kind of be looking at the bearing here on the front wheel of my bike. As you can see, it's a little loose, you know, not supposed to be quite like that. So the first thing I'm going to do is just take out the whatever this thing's called. I don't know what half this stuff's called, but this thing here. Making sure not to lose my two springs. Put that back together. One time I forgot to put this back in my bike wheel when I was done. Then I went and got on my bicycle and my wheel fell off and I bent my forks really bad and that was no fun. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to need for this bike at least is a 17 millimeter wrench and then a 15 millimeter wrench as well, but this is a special super duper thin one for the locking nut in here. There's a 13, I think it's 13 millimeters there. Yep. So then you can undo that. I guess I'm undoing the other side. That one came right undone. Over here. Try to keep everything in order. Okay. That's where that locking nut is that's locking this into place. Okay, so you can kind of see in there, it's a little dried out, a wee bit. Things are kind of moving around in a way that they shouldn't. So we're just gonna take these out of there. I don't believe I have the right size for that. I have other sizes here. Just take those out, clean them up. If they don't look too bad, I'm gonna reuse them. Just put some fresh, grease in there and yeah, then put it back together and keep riding to work. So when you do this, you want to take care to not lose your pieces. You want to keep track of how many balls you take out of there. I'm just going to put them all over here and then divide them up in half when I get done. So that way I have the same amount in there. And we're just gonna wipe out that bearing race pretty good. You know, it doesn't have to be perfect though. Just good enough really to check for any major scoring or anything, or any major damage to these. Which both of these look pretty good, you know. For being 20 years old and never receiving regular maintenance, yeah, they look pretty good. And if I was really, concerned or, really overhauling these like I have in the past, which I did pretty recently actually, so, not surprised that I just need to re-grease this stuff. But anyways, if you really wanted to do a good job, hit this with some WD-40. Order yourself some new bearing balls. You can get them on Amazon or just go to your local bike shop. That's where I got these. Pretty sure these. And then I bought the other sizes on Amazon. A little cheaper to get them online somewhere, of course, you know. But always nice to support local business as well. So go check them out. Plus, if you have any questions, they'll be able to help you out on or at the bike shop. Whereas this is all the help you're going to get from me. And I'm not going to be here to answer any questions for you, so. Clean these up. Probably don't need to do this at all, and definitely not so well, but I'm already more than halfway there, so finish up, re-grease that. I have one of these little gauge things for my drill bit set, so if you need to, you can find out what size ball it is by using one of these. Just put it on there until it goes through. So these are 3/16. Yeah, if you want, you can, you know, get these real clean with some acetone, some WD-40 or something. One thing I've learned throughout my adventures doing this stuff is that WD-40 is not a lubricant. It's a solvent. It cleans things, which is why sometimes it works better, or helps things work a little smoother, is just because, shoot, where's that other piece? Just because if you clean them up, if you get all the dirt out of the way, that always helps. So, okay, so I got everything all set here. I'm gonna just start by putting some grease around there. Then I'm gonna put the little ball bearings in, and then move over to the other side. And that's pretty much it. It's a really simple project as long as you have the tools. I mean, really, the only tool that doesn't come with a set is the locking nut wrench. I had to buy that separate, but anyways, everything else I have. I mean, it's just whatever. So we'll put a little bit of grease in here. Not too much, but also, you know, don't need to be super stingy. Okay, and I'm far from a professional with this, so if you do want to hear a professional, you can certainly go find them. This is just a, you know, million-foot view on how to do this stuff, if you don't care too much about doing it the exact right way. So we're gonna squeeze these in there, and this grease here. The grease will help keep those in place while we do both sides. And while I just get it set up here and get them all in. Okay. And we will squeeze that through there. Drop it on into place. That's a good little fit. Flip it over. All right. Same thing, a little bit of grease around the little raceway here. Okay, and then we'll put our little bearings in there. 2. There's 10 altogether, so there's 2 and then 3. You can count at home if you want. I don't need to count for you. At least I hope I don't. right. Then we'll kind of push those down a little bit. Help them stay in place. Let me get this last one on, or get this other cone on there. You might have a different style bearing too. You never know until you take it apart and find out. You might have like cartridge style bearings. Maybe something similar to what you would find on a skateboard. All right, good. And those definitely did not roll over onto each other, so perfect. Wipe up some of the extra grease here on the outside. Okay, and then we put this thing back on, and that other nut. All right, flip it over again. Put the other one on. There we go. Okay, so now the final step is going to be to adjust these with both my 17 millimeter and my 13-15. I think I use the 13 millimeter side to just get these tightened up to the point where, zooming out maybe. Well, I guess I don't need to. Just get to the point where this has no wiggle in it, no lateral movement side to side, but also is not so tight that it doesn't move anymore. So it's a little easier once it's on the bicycle, so I'm going to put it on there and do that. That's going to be that's going to be it for this video, if I can speak. So if you enjoyed it, let me know by leaving a like, subscribing, sharing, doing all that stuff, comment, you know, whatever you want to do, that's fine. And hopefully you enjoyed enough to come back again and watch some more nonsense like this. So yeah, cool. We'll catch you on the next one, folks.